Oh, it's a beautiful day here in Richlands, Ohio at the Ohio Farm. We're still playing Farming Simulator 22 just because I like this map. We've been on it a long time. Things are really looking up. We start the day with a basket. And we missed. Dang it. I don't know what's happened. I used to be money. It was like a sure thing for me. I'm not doing well on this anymore. There we go. That's better. We redeemed ourselves. Let's pick this up before it rolls away. It seems to want to roll away all the time. Stay there. Okay. Let's see if we got any pallets. We got one here over by the garden. It looks like strawberries, huh? And we need to fertilize the sunflowers. So what did I do after I left you? I think we finished doing some rolling. I did a little bit of fertilizing. We fertilized the cornfield across the road. And not much else, to be honest with you. There's a lot of running around, but not a lot getting done. Oh, I know. We did cut the grass over at the container field, collected it up and put it in the stave silo to ferment for silage. I guess that's something. And then just running around moving stuff, which seems to take forever anyway. I tried to get a jump on things. I loaded up, I think, chocolate and cake in the back of the reaper truck. Supposedly to give us a jump on the morning routine, but I don't think it's really going to matter in the grand scheme of things. I don't even know why I'm doing this, because I don't plan on taking it over. Because I was going to drive the... I was going to take the John Deere with the roller over and go down and get a worker start on rolling the cornfield. This is just wasting my time and yours. I have been putting all the strawberries in the bakery. Problem being, the bakery, let's see, oh, last night I did put butter and eggs in the bakery to keep that production kind of topped up. I need to get more flour and sugar, and I need sugar for the farm dairy as well, because I think we're done doing chocolate in there unless we get some sugar in there. All right. I brought this over so that we could do some work on it. I washed it last night. Let me strap that. Oh, it's right between the straps, is it? There we go, everyone. Let's just back it right over here. And then this will pull over by the toolbox, because look at the maintenance on it. Ugh, hurting. That's going to be costly. I'm not worried about the weight. That takes 683. That takes 6,202. Ouch! Gotta stay on top of your maintenance, otherwise it's gonna cost you. The worse it gets, the more it costs. And the quicker it continues to, whatever, depreciate. But sometimes you just end up getting so busy that you don't have time to get it done. I shouldn't have probably pulled up in front of that guy. I thought I had more time. And he didn't slow down. I don't know if you can fertilize right after rolling if it previously had a fertilizing state. So the soybeans and what did we put in there? Did we put in sorghum in that field? I think so. So soybeans and sorghum we put in with the seed drill with fertilizer. So I don't know if we can fertilize that or not. Sunflowers are ready to take a fertilizing state, and oats. I think the oats are ready to take a fertilizing state, so what I want to do is I want to get down here. I think we were spreading manure when we left yesterday, if I remember right. So we got that done. We did finish that. Let's see. And there's the oats, and it could take a fertilizing state. And the worker planted the corn for us here, so I'm going to roll it out. Now, you wouldn't really roll corn, but you do in the game, so. Somebody was pointing that out to me in the comments section the other day, but, you know, it is a game. It's a simulation, but not always 100% accurate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a couple of headlands around so a worker can do all right, and then I'll head up and do the morning routine, let the worker, while the worker finishes this down here. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to time lapse my two headlands. We'll get a worker started. We'll head up, do some other things. two headlands should pretty clearly define the work area for the helper. It's what you have to kind of do in the older versions of the game prior to Farming Simulator 25 with the improved AI. We're on 22, so we kind of got to do it old school. Workers don't like trees along the edges of fields. It'll make them stop or skip areas and stuff. But matter of fact, I don't know if I left him a lot to work with. It shouldn't take him too long to finish it, but that's okay. We'll appreciate the help. I don't need to be that accurate, I don't think. We'll go ahead and we'll hire the worker and get out of the way. And he'll roll out this cornfield for us. We'll be able to come back here and fertilize this a little later on. Should be able to fertilize the oat field and the sunflower field that's up around the home place there. So we'll go grab the golf cart that's over here by the maple syrup production. Some of our older equipment over here, an older bale trailer. The hoe, this will come in handy. I think I'm going to get weeds in the cornfields. Okay, that not liftable. I don't have liftable bales. I don't generally like to do that. Maybe some of the smaller pallets that ought to maybe be liftable, but yeah. So yeah, this is the oat field. It could probably be fertilized. This field is sorghum. I don't think it'll take a fertilizing state. We can throw some on there and see if they get a color change, see if it does work, but I don't think it will. What am I doing? I am heading over here. We're gonna do morning routine, grab the Massey Ferguson, move pallets around if we have any. We do have the maple syrup down there. That's the, what is that? Is that another chocolate pallet? I don't know. Nope, that's cheese. I was gonna say, I thought it was out of sugar. I do have some bread, so I don't want to block that in. I guess we could park over here. I do kind of like the golf cart. Eggs, how are we doing? No. So we got a bread pallet and a cheese pallet. So I put the chocolate and a cake in last night. We put the maple syrup, the cheese, and the bread in here. Grab this. We'll have to check the foil tunnel and see if we got any vegetables. So about 9:15, that was a long morning routine. And I even had a couple of pallets already in the reefer truck. Let's get this over to the farm shop. I was just thinking, man, deer are really going through the hay bales over at the feeding place. The message came up that sold bales. That's usually what that means, is that they consumed everything that's there. So I'll have to get over there and replace that. We will start out by delivering the maple syrup. Go ahead, pull in up here, start delivering to the farm shop. We'll open the doors so we'll see what's going on. We'll hop out, we'll check make sure everything's selected here. So what starts with bread, we've just put some in. We have none of that stuff. We put cheese in, we're out of honey. Put a cake in. We're out of sunflower oil, so we could grab some of that. We need to get sugar, flour, and it looks like sunflower oil now. Get the truck and grab a couple of each, I think. Thing to do. Maybe even more sugar so we can put some in the dairy and some in the bakery. So I guess we can go down and grab the roller out of that field. And then what's the next farming thing we need to do? Fertilizing, right? This thing gets going pretty quick, actually. It's faster than the John Deere Gator, I think. Need to move some straw bales up probably at some point. Do bedding. Let's see. I like this this mod. This is the maple syrup production. Puts in these, 6 trees, I think, and then the little building. Keep it filled with water, and you're making maple syrup. Oh my gosh, is he way down at the other end? Of course. These woods over here, technically they're not mine, but this is where I always had planned on parking equipment in the trees if and when I got around to having to do that. And this grass field, I wanted to get this grass field, but there's a collision partway through it. So if you like walk up, am I going to hit it? Yeah, right there. So halfway through the field, you hit a collision, which is a shame because this is like a nice grass field, but I'm not going to buy it if I can't really use it. I had thought about maybe putting an apple orchard in there and placing it, but I don't know. replacing it so I could get at it. Are we done with the roller now? I think we might be. We'll have to see if we can put it away. Since it'll probably be a struggle, I'll probably do that off camera. Looks to be rolled, so the next thing to do here would be to fertilize this field. And then we can worry about fertilizing the other ones as well. And then I gotta head up to the biogas plant and the old General Mill. We need flour, sugar, sunflower oil. Back at the West place, I've got sugar, flour for the farm bakery here. I got sugar for the farm dairy, and I got sunflower oil to put into the farm shop. So I'm hoping, I think, that the sunflower oil will act as kind of like a buffer. I should be able to back up to the farm bakery, and it ought to take maybe the sugar and the flour off the very back. Yeah, that worked how I wanted it to. And then I should be able to pull up and take the rest of the sugar off with the think so. Take that off. Get rid of those. Take the shirt. So, oh, I didn't leave myself enough space there though. Let's try it. I don't know if I can get to the trigger for the... No, I don't think I got enough room here. Maybe. I didn't leave myself a lot of room. I might be able to pull it off. Sure, it's pretty heavy, but I only want to get one of them. I gotta keep it there. Boy, I gotta keep it up really high to be able to maneuver, and it's heavy. Okay, not getting low. Should be more stable now. Now here's the tricky part, is because the trigger is right over here. Oh, I got it. It worked, it worked, it worked. Put the forks up high again. Stacks. Line. This is gonna work. It's gonna work, I'm telling you. Uh-oh. Perfect. That worked out perfect. Just like I planned. That's where that roller goes, but let's see. I want to turn on the chocolate, I think. How we doing? We got milk, we got sugar. Turn the chocolate on. I don't think we ran out of anything over at the bakery, so we should be fine over there. Let's check though. Make double sure. There we go. Bread and cake both selected. Yep. So I think we should be able to deliver this right off the back of the truck. Right off the back of the stake bed. What do we got? fertilizing to do. I was worried there for a second. I thought I was going to have to get the Massey over here with the front loader. Alright. Is my window down a little? I can't even tell. Wouldn't surprise me if there was a control for that too. Alright, well let's do some fertilization. The pickup is at the old General Mill, that's right. So I got all that spray that I bought in error. It was supposed to be for the Kinza planter. I thought I had the bigger one that's got the liquid fertilizer on it. So I think what I'll do is I'll use that to spray fertilizer on the cornfields once they come in to get the second fertilizing state. Oh, I need to do the sunflower field too. It's hard to see once a crop starts growing. But with the sunflowers, actually, might be another good one to spray. But I'll do it. We'll put solid fertilizer on it. Sunflowers. But you can see in between the crops, so you can see the dirt maybe get darker. But like this oat field will be a pain in the butt to try and fertilize because you can't really see. Oh, I wanted to check. Let's see if this sorghum will take a fertilizing state. I don't think it will. It just might. Nope. Because we used a direct drill. So you didn't see the dirt kind of get darker as you will over here when we do the cornfield. Try and guesstimate how far over we can go. I'm going to say about here. That's right. Okay. Bring that up. We'll aim 180. This thing goes out 42 meters, so it'll make short work of this field, I think. Yeah, getting all the way to the edge. That's what I want. I'm not going to worry about any overspray. So I'll get this one, and then I'll try and figure out how to do the oat field. I'll probably have to do the math. What I do is I do in my head, I figure out, I look down at my mini map. You see the 191, so that's my grid line that I'm on. So I could add or subtract 42 or 40 just to be safe, to figure out where I needed to be next for my next run. and then try and run straight north-south on that run and do it. On here I can see the dirt changing, so it's a little easier. There's some stones in this field. That's kind of interesting. I don't know how that happened. So let me do these two fields quick here before lunch. This and the oat field. Oh, I'm not getting it all. Just missing just a little. I hate it when I'm off like that. We make our own fertilizer, so it's not such a tragedy. Come on, let's go. It's not so tragic if we waste a little, but it's expensive. And we used quite a bit on that other cornfield. We ran out and had to refill. All right, enough talking. More work, less talk. Well, it's 12 o'clock noon. Got a little bit of fertilizer left. I think I might have a small strip, or I might got it all. I think I might have got it all. Where's my tree? That's the tree I was looking for. So that should be good. Let me pull up the map, take a look. We got it all. Good coverage. I was a little worried that we weren't going to have everything, but we did get it all. Got the deer peeking out. I think I'll duck in here and take the road back so I'm not driving over the... Oh, yeah, there it is. So I'm not driving over the crop too much. A road. It's not one we normally drive on. Swing around and back up this side of the farm. So yeah, we're running low on fertilizer. We can refill. I got the tender trailer full back at the farmhouse. We'll go in and we'll grab some lunch. Let's see, what do we got to do? Fertilizer, on the sunflower field, and I think that's it. I mean, we can go find busy work and stuff, but I think that's the last, like, farming task that absolutely has to be accomplished today. We can take a look at used equipment, see if there are any contracts maybe, or just kind of clean things up, maybe feed the pigs. They could always use more feed. Maybe bring some pig feed from the old General Mill down here. But yeah, everything's looking good, like it should. So these soybeans, the sorghum, and the corn will need to be fertilized again next month. Get the sunflowers this month after lunch. Yep, should be fine. Trying to think which side's the auger pipe on. How far back did I park? With the John Deere. I should be able to. If I just park right here, hop in the truck and pull it forward and fill this up. Do I even need to put it down? Probably not. Let's see. Open the cover. We'll put the auger pipe up. First thing I'll be selected on will be the fertilizer. There we go. Looks good. It's going to take most of it, probably, right? Have to go back to the General Mill and fill this back up again. We only got like 674 liters involved. Not much. Cover back on. Raise that back up, close the cover. You know what, let's do some work on this stuff while we're here. I don't know if it's the Kubota or the fertilizer spreader that needs work. Fertilizer spreader 696, Kubota 1403. Alright. Grab some lunch, we can probably take our time. We'll see in a little bit. Well, that was about an hour for lunch. I did some rough cut it editing. Well, even I was editing the beginning of the video. I ran into some trouble. I tell you, it gets really annoying. I had like a corrupted clip. When I got to that point, Share Factory would crash every single time. I got really frustrated, ended up, you know, just kind of closing, stepping away for a while. And then I figured out how to do it. Let me hop in here, I'll talk while we work. So Share Factory would crash. I'd get that screen that says, yep, something happened. And it happened every single time or it happened right at the point we were backing up to the farm shop with all the products on the back of the stake bed truck there. I tried a few things, but what works what I finally ended up doing is I ended up going into the media gallery on PlayStation. You go into the media gallery, and then you go into the edit of the particular clip, and then you set the trim, and you just like delete like the first frame or the first little bit that you can off of it, and it will fix it. And then I imported that clip and it worked fine. So I'm glad I figured that out a while back. I keep forgetting sometimes. When I get to that point, I need to do that. This is too far over, isn't it? Probably right around in here. So we probably got about 15 minutes left. What I want to do is I want to fertilize this field, which could be easier said than done, but let's get it done. Yeah. What's nice about crops like the sunflowers and corn, I don't think any of the other ones really do it. You can kind of see the dirt change to the darker color between the crops. I should turn it off, but I'm not gonna. I could neck down the working width and maybe not waste so much, but having a hard time seeing through the speedometer, tachometer there, the steam gauge in the corner, which I prefer over what they did in FS22. It's kind of like that 90s LED thing. Let's see. I'm just going to go straight into bills. There we go. Okay, the other thing I want to do, I didn't get far enough over, did I? And I probably won't have time to do it on camera, but it is farming that we need to get done today. Is I'd like to go over this Milo field with the weeder, because it's got weeds growing in it, and then the cornfields we can go through with the hoe, because I think those weeds will end up coming in as mediums. Not over far enough again anyway. Sorry if that makes you kind of little, that overhead view, it bothers me a little bit too. But it's how you can see the best, you know? Sometimes it's about being able to see what you're doing in addition to everything else. The open garden right here, it needs solid fertilizer again. I don't think throwing it from the spreader is going to satisfy that. Alright, there's a little bit over here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I didn't get the whole thing? Nope. Missed a bit. If I don't get it now, I won't see it later. Right there. There we go. And then where was I? About here. Gonna need to get some right there as well. Since we're producing fertilizer right now, I'm not as concerned about it as I probably should be. Because I can just make more. Swing up around here. That, I think we'll be able to get it all. So what I'll do is before I go to the biogas plant, Old General Mill, to refill the tender trailer, what I can do is I gotta adjust the working width on this, so leave it at its widest. There we go. When I go to refill the tender trailer, I'll swing by the open air garden and put fertilizer in there. I was going to top this off, but probably it would be better to do that. Alright, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to head back over to the west place and just do that weeding. And that's probably where I'll end up having to leave you. Probably about 2 o'clock, I think I'll need to stop, or a little before. So an hour is, we'll take this. An hour in the game is 20 minutes in real life. I had 15 minutes left. I started at what, 1:15? We should be able to figure it out, actually. Let's see. 15 minutes at 3 times speed. Yeah, 45 minutes. So at 2 o'clock, I'll be out of time. Probably even before. This doesn't go too quick. The one that was just the 2-passenger version is faster. And it was available used, and then it disappeared, and this one appeared in the between the times I looked at it. It was the 2-passenger one, and I decided, hey, I want to go get that. And then by the time I came back, it was this one. So this is what we ended up getting, which is fine. It's cool. I like it, actually. It's not quick, but oh, I gotta move this. We found out this is almost too quick, and it certainly doesn't behave well with things in the back, but for zooming around the farm, it's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna pull the weeder out with the Aseki. Interestingly enough, the weeder requires 170 horsepower. I was gonna go get the John Deere 4755, which is 190, but the case is 170, so we'll use it. Did I take the straw bale off, or did the game take it off? I think the game might have took it off. It does that sometimes. Yeah, you don't want to leave things on like bale spikes. It's not a good plan. Game doesn't like it when you do that. So what I'm doing, I don't know if the weeds will be small next month. No, they'll be mediums by the time they appear. So this is the best way to get them. But what you have to do is just like with the fertilizer spreader, you got to do the math. Because there will be no change on the ground that you can see, other than it will take out the grass at the edge of the field. So I gotta be careful in my corners because I don't like to make my grass go away. Let's start here. I may get weeds at the very edges. Like bring up mini map, we'll drop it down, start going. Sometimes these will go closer to the edge than you actually are and let you get away with it. You know, we could spray for weeds. The detriment won't be too bad over there. Still would like to be closer though. Shouldn't hurt us too bad at the very edge of the field, though. Alright, so it's going to be a pain to kind of do the headlands with this. And I can't get a worker to do it, so I got to do it myself. But yeah, it's a pretty productive episode here on the Ohio farm. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. And if you don't subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. I see Miss Nebraska Jim over there on a walk. She must have gone over and visited Roger's wife. Hey, we'll see you next time.